All right, it's getting serious. Last night I was able to figure out the bane of how these things, David Reina's entities, have been able to attack me in the astral realm. What they do is that they attack my pineal gland, which allowed for entities from the astral plane to be able to directly affect me. So these people, I keep hearing him say that, I'm not going to let Raven go as a sacrifice, and he's dead serious about it, as he's done with other people. He said that he was going to put entity attachments that are designed to still allow me to be attacked directly and physically by spirits from the astral realm. So it's getting very, very serious. They've done incorporated an entity inside of me. It's called Chance the Rapper. That's the nickname that they've given it, the code name for this particular astral entity. It's a very nasty astral entity. I could hear it. You can hear it right now. That's not my voice. You can tell it's talking through my nose chakra. And, as I'm talking, I can feel it, putting in, curses, tying down my consciousness with these ropes, ribbons that they use that are basically designed to allow you to be claimed to a certain hell realm. David Reina is a real nasty motherfucker. This is the saddest part of this curse. One time when I was looking through my third eye into the astral plane, I saw my brother Kristen. He's a very nice man. Very good kid. Saying, Raven, I'm so glad to see you. And this roach attachment that I got talking through my nose had the audacity to say, oh, that's just a soul piece. That's my brother. My highest self was telling me earlier that this motherfucker David Reina woke my entire fucking family and snatched my brother Bryan. Snatched my brother and my family and my father and my mother and my brother Kerry's soul and placed them all in hell realms. My poor brother Kristen got placed in a hell realm where there's constant violence. The minute you walk out your door, there's people getting raped, unbridled violence. Just to get my fucking soul and force me into a soul contract. This is serious. This is a death curse that I'm under. And I can't emphasize that enough, and I really need help. I saw it last night. They placed my dad in the roach realm. And now this motherfucker is trying to woke my highest selves. I saw my poor dad on that carousel, and he was looking down like this because he was so scared. And my highest self told me that they were trying to tell him to duck down so he doesn't get attacked by giant roaches. Now this David Reina motherfucker is trying to attack. Well, he is attacking my highest selves. This is really, really real. I can feel it in my consciousness. I see it. My poor mother got taken out of her body. She's never returned back to it, from what I've been told. It's ancestors that are living in it. In the case of my poor brother Kristen, it was a roach attachment that they placed in him. And he can't get back to his body. I tried putting him into his body last night, but I can't. I really need help with this. These spiritual attacks. That hurt me to know my people are in the realms. I can feel these things taken away. They got put into my consciousness last night by that entity attachment I was talking about, that I could hear through my nose. It was on the right side right here, the right side of my head, but then it got into my nose. He was through that entity that is extremely hard for me to find in my head. He placed entities inside of me to allow me to break down my spiritual protection and, the physical barriers, the spiritual barriers that I have to keep these things out. He destroyed my fucking family. I knew, when I would get on the phone with them people, I knew that wasn't my parents. They died in my sleep like he did to me. They died in their sleep. I was able to, pull myself out, but these entity attachments that he places in me basically bar me from being able to use my third eye to effectively see where they're at. And I'm at a standstill. I mean, that hurt me to know that my dad is stuck in a hellish realm like that. That man don't deserve it. This motherfucker placed him in a realm where he had him tied to a ceiling. I'm gonna show you how David Reina and fucking Barbara Reina look. This is not them, by the way. This is how they look. And they got 2 fucking kids. From what I've been told, they're into sex trafficking of children especially. They're pedophiles. Barbara Reina is a nurse who's extremely fucking evil. They had my dad placed on the ceiling. I mean, I can't believe he woke my spiritual protection. They had my dad placed on the ceiling. They're trying right now very hard to disconnect me from my higher self. They had my dad stuck on the ceiling. I saw this. I was shown this in the astral realm where his eyes were gouged out. You know, just now David Reina tried to cut my fucking pineal gland off. My pineal gland in the spiritual. I'm crying because of how I saw my brother Kristen. And I can't do shit about it because I got these deceptive ass entities placed in me, especially this one particular entity that I cannot find. That's extremely elusive and that's extremely hard to find. I saw my brother dressed in torn clothes. I can feel these things picking on me and grabbing shit. Right now, I have to jump in to hold my connection to my higher self. Every time they get close, they attack them. I can feel them picking on stuff off of my hair right now, man. This is a death curse. These things, this motherfucker, this David Reina motherfucker wants me dead, so he can get my soul. That hurt me to see my dad like that. And nobody knows what done happened to him because they think that, oh, because he's still physically alive, that's not him. That's not him in his body. That's an ancestor that refuses to let him get back in. I can hear Barbara Reina in the astral right now talking about, we're not playing with you. You ain't getting my soul, motherfucker. They need to be woke. They need to be woke bad. They can't stand it when you woke their kids. They hate that shit, but they've done sacrificed a lot of fucking people, a lot of people's souls. A lot of people's souls. They done attacked my spiritual protection. They're fucking up my highest selves right now. I can feel them, sending entities from the astral plane to constantly physically attack me. I was only able to sleep at night because my highest self was there with me, and they're trying to disconnect me from that. So I have no spiritual protection. This is a hard fucking curse to fight. This ain't gonna be solved with money and shit, man. I need spiritual help. I need a lot of spiritual help. My family needs spiritual help. This hurts me to know what happened to my family. They're not in their bodies anymore. My poor brother Bryan, they told me that he had been placed in the roach realm so extreme to the point where he's surrounded by last night he was placed in the realm. I mean, they even wrote a book for him to be constantly placed in hell realms, where he had entity attachments of my parents attacking me and my mom, attacking him and my mom. I mean, to destroy my fucking family. The Raiders gotta fucking die, man. They gotta fucking go. That mean they fucking kids. This is extremely fucked up. This is very fucked up. And now they're trying really, really hard to get my soul. What they're doing is they're fucking with my consciousness so that I'll be disconnected from my higher self. They've done taken over the consciousness of my higher selves. They're trying really hard, but my higher self's able to fight it. This ain't funny, man. This is not funny. I keep hearing they've done something to disconnect me from my higher selves. At one point, this roach entity attachment I got in me, all of a sudden, was about to take over my fucking whole consciousness. What David Reina does is that he made a deal with some evil ass entities, some roach attachments in the astral plane, to feed them by going around invoking people with significant spiritual powers and abilities. And they set their sights on me because I have great spiritual abilities and powers. I mean, even at this twilight stage in this curse where it's getting really, really serious, because I've been trying to fight this shit off, so they've been getting a lot more aggressive, more and more vicious, because they've been able to see in the astral realm that I win, but they've been doing little things to fix it so I don't win. I can hear them fucking up my consciousness right now. I can feel them fucking with my consciousness. They've done something to tie themselves in with my higher selves, the Reinas, so that I can't connect with my higher selves. But anyways, what they do is they have what they call roach realms, in which they place a lot of souls in. And I'm one of those people. I'm one of their victims. They fucked with my consciousness so much to the point where in the astral realm, from what I've been told, I don't even know who I am anymore. It's that serious. And the reason why they fuck with your consciousness is because it allows them to be able to fuck up your connection with your ancestors and with your spirit team, your spirit guides, and with your higher selves, so that they can be able now they're saying that's David Reina's spirit team. I think he done woke my poor higher selves, my connection to him, to the point where, I mean, it feels very, very thin. That's what I'm picking up on. I'm an empath, and I can feel it. I can feel them, tearing pieces of my spiritual protection around my crown chakra right now as I talk. But that, I kept hearing for months that my family got woke. And I didn't understand how extreme it was. My parents got whooped. I'm gonna need God's help. That's all. That's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need God's help. I mean, they're taking over my fucking consciousness to the point where they got me attacking my. I mean, it's a fucked up situation to be in. It's a very fucked up situation. And I've been trying my hardest to fight off this curse. The key to fighting this curse off is to get rid of this roach attachment that you can hear through my nose. All the spirits I've been talking to, none of them can find out where this motherfucker is. They even tried putting Barbara Reina's connection to her highest self over my crown chakra so that when I die, people won't be able to find me in the astral realm. That's how serious this curse is. That's how technical. It's a curse that cannot be solved with jumping in baths full of salt water or jumping in salt water. It's a very complex curse that these evil motherfuckers use. It's extremely complex. And these motherfuckers, they got roach attachments that protect them. When you try to woke them, they'll try to divert the attack towards somebody else. You know, this is Raven. I'm on the PCH, by Topanga Canyon Boulevard and Coastline Drive. If you cannot, directly, find me in the astral realm. Yeah, I feel these things intimidating me right now. They're removing my spiritual protection as I talk. Yeah, they put roach attachments all in me to take over my mind last night. And they've done turned my poor highest selves into roach attachments to the point where I can't tell which is which. I even look like I'm close to that. Look at my eyes. Look at my lips. I'm going to say something too, and my highest self told me to warn you about this. They told me to warn this deputy out here. His name is Deputy David Clark, that the Reinas plan on killing you and taking you out of your body while you sleep on June the 10th, 2026. Just to warn you. They told me to warn you about that. Now they're trying to take away my spiritual protection. Yeah, they're getting more and more aggressive. I can feel them sending entity attachments from the astral realm to attack me. I can feel it. I can feel it right now as we talk. That's what you see me battling. I'm seeing dark spirits, dark energies walking around right now as I talk. They're trying to set things up in the astral realm so people won't be able to find me when I die. If they kill me. And they're really trying their hardest to make that manifest. This is not a very simple curse. It's not about, energy harvesting, which they do. They energy harvest off of people's souls. Last night I could feel them pulling stuff out of my, chakras, pulling blessings, attributes. My voice sounded different when I woke up this morning. They stole my soul's vocal cords and so forth and so on. Yeah, I can hear him right now talking about got somebody gonna fuck their asses up. I can feel them sending, entities constantly to attack me. It would be even worse if my pineal gland was open, much worse. And I can hear them saying right now as I talk that they're not going to let, the sacrifice go. I can hear them saying that they're confusing the fuck out of me now. I don't know what is what. That they're going to tie me to a realm so dark and deep that hold on. Another thing in which I wanted to say is that right now, I'm hearing from my higher self that David Reina currently has my brother in an astral plane, a part of the astral plane, strapped to a gurney where he gets tortured every single day. But anyways, with that being said, the way these people work is they've made an agreement with the roach realm to offer up usually innocent people with strong spiritual abilities as sacrifices. And something needs to be done about that. Another thing that they do is they put roach attachments in people's minds so that they start to lose control of themselves. It's an insanity curse. People start to go insane because you start hearing voices, your consciousness starts changing because these things are masters at changing your consciousness, these things from the roach realm. And they totally fuck up your ability to be able to think, to be able to fight them back. They're put into you, they're put inside of you so that they can be used to energy harvest off of you, send stuff straight to the Reinas. That's how a roach realm curse works. So with that being said, something needs to be done about them. I mean, I'm constantly hearing them in the astral saying that, they're hell-bent to have me as a sacrifice. And I saw that they are hell-bent to have my family as a sacrifice as well. And they had a couple of other people I saw in the astral plane strapped to hospital beds, meaning that they're sacrifices for them. So something really needs to be done. Another thing I wanted to mention that they do is they'll try to turn your ancestors against you. What they'll do is that they'll connect entity attachments to them, enslave them in their hell realms by using these roach attachments to do so that they can, turn them against you. They even tried to make a soul contract with my brother, who they have stuck in the hell realm, Bryan, who looks like this right here, in exchange for getting out of their hell realm. And he wrote a book basically condemning my poor brother to hell realms for all eternity. Same thing with my brother, Kristen. That hurts me the most because Kristen is the one with the most light. And he doesn't deserve it. And they did that shit because he has a lot of light in him. Again, when I saw him climbing up rubble, saying, "Raven, I'm so glad to see you." And he thought I would rescue him at the time, but I was told by roach attachment, I had my consciousness fucked over by roach attachment. I was told that he was merely a soul piece. I didn't want to take a chance and pull my brother's soul out of his body. So if it was his at the time, but that hurt me so to see him like that. He doesn't deserve that fate. Nobody deserves that shit. That's why I started going into his realm, David Reina's realm in the astral plane, his alter ego guru, into the roach realms, and I started rescuing people. I've been doing soul rescue. I had to handle something in the spirit world, but like I was saying, it's an extremely complicated curse where they place roach attachments inside of you and then energy harvest off of that. And then through those roach attachments, in some cases like they did with me, they'll steal your spiritual protection. I had my angelic protection stolen. They manipulated my astral DNA to where I lost my connection with God. I wasn't able to call on that. It's an extremely complicated curse, and I'm just crying, man, because seeing my brother like that, man, hurts me the most. To see him in the astral plane being stuck like that, his body is still alive, so he can still be connected to it. That hurt me. That really hurt me. I was told that they placed a roach attachment inside of him that supposedly looks like him. I mean, I can't tell the truth with these things. I don't know. They've disconnected me in a way from my higher selves to some degree. They fucked them up to some degree. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm really fucking lost. But anyways, it's an extremely nasty curse. And This motherfucker is demanding my motherfucking soul. I constantly hear him in the astral saying, I'm gonna get your soul. I want your soul. How dare you not give me your soul? But don't you dare touch my fucking family. Don't you dare touch my kids. Don't you dare touch his children. Something has to be done about the fucking Reinas. We can't let evil people like that fucking live on the fucking planet. Not even in the astral realm. Something really has to be done about them. Something really has to be done. Because we can't fucking have energy vampires like that. I mean, that's just so fucking cruel and evil to want to energy harvest off of a person who's already down on their fucking luck. I'm already homeless, living in a broken down van. But then to demand my motherfucking soul like you're entitled to it, man, this motherfucker, he's got to fucking go. This shit here, the audacity of it, that, you know, from what I was told by even his own roach spirits, the motherfucker is extremely psychotic, very psychopathic, very unempathic, will project his shit out on other fucking people, extremely narcissistic. I was told that he engages in, do that shit to my motherfucking father, man. You know, from what I've been told, my dad's, you know, he took the rest of my dad's consciousness and my mom's consciousness out of their bodies the other night. I don't know if you put them back in, but these things, they divvy up your consciousness. They'll take your full consciousness out, your whole consciousness, place it in your soul, and then place it in the astral plane. It's extremely complex shit that they fucking do. And they're extremely tricky, man. They like to trick you. They like to throw you off. They'll take on the identity of your higher selves, your own fucking spirits, to throw you off. And then if your spirit team has been weakened, turn them into them. So you can't tell which is which in the astral plane. They do all sorts of things to throw you off. I've been trying to woke his ass, but I can't find him in the astral plane. You know, he'll dress up my father to look like him so that the psychic attacks get redirected towards him and all of that. It's extremely complex, man. I would need somebody very, very powerful and, you know, whose third eye is open, whose nail gland is open, who has a lot of powerful spiritual protection to be able to go after this motherfucker. Because I can't do it. I can't do it alone. I found a giant sea slug. I found a giant sea slug. I found a giant sea slug.